Well, good morning. I want to welcome Helen Robertson this morning, all the way from beautiful Marblehead, Ohio,
Yes,
in it's Northwest Ohio, right? You're up on Lake
yes,
Erie.
yes.
I'm here this morning with Helen to just have a general conversation. Helen, I think you could describe Helen, first of all, a very nice, gracious lady, but also a longtime dedicated and I would say devoted supporter of Hibiscus Children's Center. Maybe one of the more devoted supporters of Hibiscus Children's Center. And we're talking with Helen today. I'm talking with Helen today because it's part of a larger celebration celebrating Hibiscus's 35th anniversary, our 35th incorporation anniversary. So Hibiscus has provided nearly 400,000 safe nights for children since 1985. So Helen, I wanted to ask you, first of all, you are really a big supporter. I know you're a modest lady. You're a spiritual supporter, you're an emotional supporter, and you're also a financial supporter. But how did you hear about Hibiscus Children's Center?
The Vero Beach magazine, back years ago when they used to be like 32963 or Vero Beachside News, and they every month they showed pictures of all the events and the people who
Mhm.
supported the events and who were there. And when my husband and I first came to Vero, he says, well, you're going to have to pick your charity because that's the way he was. And I said, okay. So after the first season that we were there, we were just coming for the season at that time. Um, I kept looking every month. I'd get the Vero Beach magazine and I'd read about the charities and what they did and what their mission was. And I'd look at the pictures of all the pretty, well-dressed ladies and gentlemen. And at the end of that season, I says, well, Earl, I've picked my charity. And he says, okay. And I said, it's going to be Hibiscus Children's Center. I think they do marvelous work and they have marvelous events. And they
Oh.
all look happy and satisfied. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for doom and gloom. And
Yeah.
they just looked well satisfied and happy, and I wanted to join them. And by the way, the Indian River Guild has got to be the best group of ladies in the entire world. I'm here to say that.
I can't disagree. I cannot disagree. Well, on behalf of Hibiscus Children's Center, thank you for choosing Hibiscus as your charity.
My pleasure. My
We
pleasure.
appreciate it. We rely, as you know, Helen, we do get government funding. We get funding from the state of Florida, but it falls short. It very often falls short of what we need to operate. And folks like you backfill what we need to operate. And we wouldn't be able to operate without people like you. So thank you again.
Oh,
But
my pleasure.
let me ask you this then. So you picked your charity, and that was 15 or 20 years ago. I'm not sure how long ago now, but why do you stay with us? What has kept you coming back with Hibiscus over the years?
Because the mission is still the same and the need is still the same. And unfortunately, it's going to be the same from forever. It's
Right, right.
there's going to be bad people in this world, and they do horrible things to children, which I can't comprehend anyone doing that.
Mhm.
So anything I can do to help those children, and if I could, I'd stop them in their tracks. And it's unfortunate, but there's always going to be a need. And
Yeah.
hopefully I'll stick around a few more years to help that need.
Well, somehow I think you'll stick around a few more years. But we appreciate it. We need folks like you, but you're a member of the Indian River Guild. Can you talk a little bit about the Guild? You mentioned that earlier about they're the greatest group of ladies. What makes them the
Oh,
greatest group of ladies?
they are so dedicated and so creative, high functioning women. I mean, these are not
Yeah.
ladies who bury their head in the sand.
Yeah.
And like me, some of them have been there year after year after year. My closest friends are in the Guild. That's how I met them. And
well, that's wonderful.
They're just an incredible group. And what the things they come up with, I'm not that creative. I respect it. I enjoy it. I recognize it. I appreciate it. And I'm glad to follow whatever they come up with. I mean, because it's all incredible.
Yeah,
And I don't know of any guild that does a better job.
The amount of money raised over the years is phenomenal.
Yes.
And again, Hibiscus would not be able to do the things for the children we can do without the extra money that are raised by the Indian River County Guild. If you could say one thing about Hibiscus, if you could talk one thing about Hibiscus that you know that we do, what is it that sticks out in your mind that makes the organization special to the community?
The thing that really grabbed me was the fact that they wanted the children to be in homes, in a home environment. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they built the village. Yeah. And I've toured the village a number of times, and it's always incredible. And the fact that they have these people that live there with them as house parents or whatever. They come in, they do their homework together, they cook their meals together, they clean up together. I mean, it's as close to home as you can get. And it is. And that I think is just phenomenal.
Yeah, and you can tell, I talk to the house parents all the time. You can tell they love these kids. They love these kids as if they were their own. And and by the way, I'm always amazed at folks like you who give to children who you will never meet, who you really don't know. You know their circumstances, but you really don't know them personally. Yet you're still willing to donate and give your time and talent and treasure to help them. And I think it's pretty cool.
I trust Hibiscus to do a good job. I trust I trust what they do, and they do what they say they're going to do. And you know, you read so much about these wonderful on the surface charities, and then all of a sudden there's somebody absconded with the money or is doing terrible things in like child care and but Hibiscus, I have complete faith in them.
Well, we appreciate that.
I mean, Hibiscus attracts the very best people.
Well, you're very kind. You're going to make me blush here in a minute. So,
well, I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see.
Well, thank you. You're very kind, Helen. I appreciate those last comments. This has been a great journey for me. I've been with the organization more than 2 years now, but I've had a 42-year career in sort of this field, and this is the best organization I've ever worked for by far.
There you go.
And I've worked for good ones by far, and you're part of that.
There you go.
You're part of that. Well, thank you, Helen, for being part of our 35th celebration. We appreciate you taking your time and coming all the way to meet us from Marblehead, Ohio. I mean, that's a long way for you to get on the video and meet us. So we appreciate that.
Well, know that I appreciate everything you do and Tracy does and everyone with the organization. There's people that's been there for forever. You know, I've almost been there forever, but
yeah, that's right. Well, I will pass those kind comments. I'll pass those kind comments along.
Okay, thank you.